Good evening, guys. How are you all? I hope everyone is cool. Around the morning session, we have done our trading. So this is the PM session. We'd love to see around the PM session how it is going to work. Just before starting this stream, I found this trade, so I've taken this trade. Uh, I don't know it will work or not, but the stop loss is kind of 10 handle or something like that. I'll talk about this after a bit. It will work or not. We'll see that later, okay? But why I took that entry and what is the logic over here, everything I'll actually explain after a bit. We'll have to come here first around this area. So this is that morning session. We are extremely bullish, and when the market has taken this low, then opposite, absolutely a beautiful low to me should not be taken. If this market really love to go higher, as this low has been taken, so I have told you that I'm not interested to look for buy anymore. I'm more interested to look for sell for this extreme 1 minute sell side liquidity as well as the new day opening gap. So if the new day opening gap hold the market, then this market will start to go higher again. If it broke, then this market will come until this uh, last parabola from the 50-minute chart. But more importantly, this liquidity was my main intention to see if it can be taken, and then this market can respect from here and can keep going higher or not. From the 1 minute chart, as you can see that here, that was the 22 YT model about the sell over here. That was the 22 YT model. We have already talked about the model over here. I was watching something else here instead of the 22 YT model. I was watching this reclaimed inverse parabolic gap. So I tried to frame my setup from that area. Okay. Then market finally cleared that sell side liquidity. Then this was the run around the lunch hour. Now, if you see this run and compare this price action, you will clearly see that the beautiful price action over here. Unfortunately, the beautiful price action was inside the lunch hour, so I was not able to take this run over here, and I of course didn't do anything over here. You can see no pushing button, nothing over there, simply nothing over here. Just let this go. Watching this market, I have seen that through the Discord, some of you has framed that buy setup, and you guys has taken the entry actually. So you have marked the market structure shift here, which is absolutely valid shifting market structure. And then you have marked the order block or something like that. Then took the order block entry. I think it was Kuba who has marked the order block and then took the order block entry from there. I have no problem with that, but I would love to add something around this area. That is, if you would love to take the order block entry, you don't need to mark the market structure shift. This market structure shift has no relationship with the order block. Order block is something that is called change in state of delivery. And here, this is one of the best order block according to the new day opening gap. So here, this is the new day opening gap. So with this new day opening gap, this order block is one of the best opportunity to take the entry from the order block. First of all, this was after the lunch hour, so I'm really not interested to take this entry, but I would love to talk about here because if you need to take the entry from the order block, you don't need to mark the market structure shift. That's the important part, because if you keep doing that, later you'll think that okay, without market structure shift, order block doesn't work. So so that, I mean, I don't want you to get confused about this. That's why I talked about this one. If you ask me about the 22 IT model inside the launch macro, I would love to mark the 22 IT model around this area. Here, look at this high. I'm going to remove this one actually. Look at this high. This high is valid for shifting market structure. I'm not interested to mark this one. Of course, it is valid. There is nothing wrong if you mark that swing high for shifting market structure. There is nothing wrong. I would love to mark this one, which is more beautiful to me. This all the market structure shift. Would love to talk about the PM session. Okay, sorry, lunch macro. After shifting the market structure, you have to mark the entry parallel gap and the breakaway gap to that specific leg. If I zoom out here around this area, just look from the beginning. Okay, so from the beginning, this is the first parallel gap. It is called the last parallel gap or the breakaway gap. I'd love to mark it here. This is the breakaway gap. Above this breakaway gap, I have the entry parallel gap around here. This is the entry fair value gap with the volume imbalance. So that was the entry fair value gap. Market tapped to this entry fair value gap within very short period of time. That is a perfect entry opportunity from the macro. I'm not saying that you should go for this trade. I'm just trying to show you that entry. Okay. Again, stop loss. I prefer to make it below the liquidity. If it is not possible to take the below the liquidity, then at least the candle has built the breakaway gap. That candle has to be covered. So it is 14 handle. Good to know that. And then all of you know that this market is coming for this line. This line is one of the important line. I told that this market can't reverse without tapping to this line. So after tapping to this line, which is the minus 1.5 standard deviation, even if this market doesn't want to stop here, it has to give me some kind of reaction from this line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. We had that line over here. That could be the run for 82 handle around the launch macro. We are not able to take this trade around the launch macro. Okay, so but this was the 22 YT model around the launch macro, so no need to talk about that anymore. Now come here, why I took this trade, okay, around this area. You can see here, this market came here, made clean lows around this area, then took that clean lows by a shallow run. Okay, this is a very shallow run over here. I don't know, can you see it or not? Very shallow run. Okay, so from 1 minute chart, it has traded this fair value gap around this area. It has traded that fair value gap, all of this price action, made clean lows, then take that clean lows by a shallow run, which is called obvious liquidity. Obvious liquidity has a nature. What type of nature? If it make the liquidity here, then it go opposite area, trade something very obvious, which is this line. Okay, this is very obvious, it has to trade this line. After trading this, then this market has a possibility to come back again for that obvious liquidity. I was in front of my chart here and I was watching this market. As this is the all-time high, there is no other high above this high, and as I'm expecting this market will reverse from this line, at least it will give me some kind of reaction. I have the obvious liquidity around here. Market trades some specific line, I want to see that it has to trade around the all-time high. This is my joker, so around the all-time high I can use anything I want. So I have seen high, low, higher high. The lowest down close body close candle is my, what is, I mean, the breaker block. I have marked that breaker block. Stop loss I have put just above that line, which is the minus 1.5 standard deviation. As I'm expecting it will respect this line. I am not saying that it is going to reverse from this line. I'm not saying that it is going to reverse from there. I'm just telling that I want to see some kind of reaction from this line, some kind of reaction. As I have the liquidity level, so I'm pretty much confident that I will get some kind of partial around this level. As it is all-time high, this is the breaker block I have marked. Remember, the whole gap is the breaker block. These two, not gap actually, these two candle is the consecutive breaker block. The most sensitive one is the lowest one. This is the most sensitive one. I have to look for a pair, I mean inverse gap here to cover my stop loss. As I don't have the inverse gap, as you can see it is all-time high, so I have just covered minus 1.5 standard deviation. That means even if this market would love to go a bit higher, it can maximum touch that line. Wick can go a bit higher, then it will start to fall again. So that is why I put my stop loss over here. And as you can see here, it's not huge. Okay, it's kind of 10 handle, something like that. Okay, just 10 handle stop loss. So I would love to take that risk from this breaker block. By the way, I should put my stop loss from the below of the breaker block. I did it, but because of the, like, this trading view chart a bit slow, so it's showing that my entry is actually here, but actually I pushed my button when it tapped to this line. This candle close, this candle open, tap to this line, I pushed the button over here. Around this I just pushed the button, but it actually took my entry around the 50% of this breaker block. So that is my first idea from this PM session, that it will actually work. At least it will come until here, which is kind of, yeah, just 19 handle 3 tick, something like that. So I'll just make it 20 handle, 1 tick lower. It's just 20 handle. And where is my whole target? See this whole gap, this is a 15-minute bullish fair value gap. I have targeted the 50% of this bullish fair value gap. Okay, so this is the, just randomly I put it over here, and just idea that this is the 50% of this bullish fair value gap, you can just mark. I can do that for you, like here, the 50% of this gap. That is my target. Okay. So this is the idea for this PM session. First trade opportunity here by using the breaker block and as well as by using minus 1.5 standard deviation, that this market will fall at least for this obvious liquidity which market left over here. And then if it can maximum go until the 50% of that bullish fair value gap, I'll get my full profit. Otherwise, if it doesn't work, I'll get stopped out with the 10 handle, and later maybe I'll just trail my stop loss depending on the price action. Right now, I have no idea. I mean, no intention to trail the stop loss right now because there is no movement. The market is not moving too fast, so I am not interested to move my uh, stop loss at all. Okay. Over here, you can see there is a fair value gap. There is a fair value gap. There is a fair value gap. There is all fair value gap. I don't care about them. Why is that? Because I have a lot of unfinished business over here. Lot of unfinished business over here. So I really would love to sorry. I would really would love to see all of this bullish period will be market will breach them and it will keep falling. So that is my whole plan for now. Let's see if it works or not. Some of you can say this is the 22 IT model. No, it's not the 22 IT model. This swing low is not valid for shifting market structure. It's not the 22 IT model. I would love to see if it can work actually. Hey Vijay, how are you, brother? Uh, for last few days, ICT is working with the premium and discount week actually. So I would love to use that week to mark premium and discount area. So this is the upper quadrant. Let me This is the upper quadrant. I don't want to see it will respect the upper quadrant. Instead, I would love to see it will actually keep breaking the quadrant level and it will reach at least until the lower quadrant of that premium week. As well as this is the immediate rebalance week. So I also need to mark the immediate rebalance week as well, which is here. So these levels, I have to keep looking for them. Okay. So this one, this level, upper quadrant, and the lower quadrant for the week, discount week, immediate rebalance week, and the premium week. So I would love to look for them as well. I don't want to see the reversal from those levels. Instead, I would love to see it will keep breaking them and at least it will reach until the 50% of that premium week. For the first time, I will find an opportunity to trail my stop loss. I'll do that. Right now, I have no intention to trail the stop loss. If it doesn't work and reverse stop me out by 10 handle, absolutely, I'm happy with that. Okay. Good afternoon, RF. Walaikum salam, Stacks. Brother, I was just talking about the price action, so I missed your comments, guys. So sorry for that. If the body close below this gap, that is really so beautiful. And if it do that, then I'll trail my stop loss. I mean, if it close below this gap, then I'll trail my stop loss. Otherwise, I'll let this market to inverse and stop me out. I have no problem with that. Still now, the body didn't close below this gap. It's okay, brother. Thank you for recap. We are learning. Thank you so much, brother, for being over here. Thank you so much. It tapped to the discount. See this, sorry, immediate rebalance week. It tapped to the 50% of that immediate rebalance week. I want to see every bullish PDRA will be broken. With speed it will be broken. So that's all I want to see. While this low will be cleared, this low will be cleared. See here, I have no intention to hold the stop loss over there anymore. I'll put it one tick above the breaker block. Why? If this market is still bullish, then it can simply take the liquidity, then it can start to go higher. So I don't need to take that risk. So I will just, after clearing the liquidity, I will move my stop loss to the next logical level to me. This line is the 50% of that premium week. Okay, remember the premium week. This is that 50% of that premium week. This red line. They are the line. So for the bodies respecting the upper quadrant, this is the 50%. This is the lower quadrant. I want to see it will reach at least until the lower quadrant, which is inside the fair value gap. And if it can maximum go until the low of that or opening of that candle, which is here, exactly the 0%, that will be the best case of scenario, and I will get my boom exactly over there. Thank you for teaching me. I'm not teaching anyone, brother. We are learning. Both of us, we are learning, brother. It's always better to learn with someone else. All you have to believe some lines I have showed you. So this minus 1.5 standard deviation, it is one of the strongest line. So you have to believe that no, it didn't finish its job. It's not falling actually. It's falling to finish some unfinished business, and then this market will come back again to this line. Okay, this line is not here from today. It's here from last Monday. As it came here, I am expecting some kind of reaction from this line. Even if it is not reversal, it will have to give me some kind of reaction. So I'm just trying to catch that reaction by believing this line. It's very random, right? Very random. But brother, it didn't just simply tap here. Instead, it went a bit higher of this line. Why is that? Okay, I'm so sorry for that, brother. I can't just do that by tick. I can't do that. I can have an idea overall, and that was the idea over here. As this gap is broken, would love to mark this gap now. See if it can be broken as well. Okay. Until now, the bodies are respecting this gap, which is the last fair value gap before the liquidity. So this is the last fair value gap before the liquidity. I want to see body close below this fair value gap. That was the entry gap. That was the last fair value gap before the liquidity. So if this market doesn't want to take that liquidity, it has the power to stop the market and send it higher again. What do I need now? A body close below this last fair value gap. If the body can close below this last fair value gap, I'm pretty much confident this liquidity will be taken. Finally, market tapped to the 50% of that premium week. Okay, it just tapped to the 50% of that premium week. One body has closed below this last parallel gap, another body will close inside this last parallel gap. It is the fake breakout. If it happens, I'll move my stop loss again. Otherwise, I'll keep my stop loss just above the breaker block. I'm not asking any of you to follow my trailing stop loss. I would love to work with the price action. If the price give me the action according to my expectation, I'm happy to hold my trade for so long. If it doesn't work, I will just remove my stop loss and will take either a small loss or to the break even. This body has closed inside this gap. I will move my stop loss. I don't care about this trade anymore because it can start to reverse now from this last parallel gap. I don't see any logic to hold my stop loss over here. I would love to let this go because I have another fair value gap over here. So if it wants to trade this fair value gap, I have no problem. If it wants to trade the low of this breaker block, I have no problem. But it should not come back again to the 50% by breaking three PDRA. First PDRA, this last inverse fair value gap. Second PDRA, bearish fair value gap. Third PDRA, breaker block low or something like that. So I don't want to see that. 15-minute candle open went a bit higher. It's absolutely normal. So open, manipulation, now expansion. Absolutely normal. This is absolutely normal. Anybody has any confusion about this sell? Why I took that sell? Market is very extremely bullish. So why you frame that sell or any kind of question? All I need to see the confirmation of the breakout. Fake breakout, another candle close below this last gap. It is called confirmation of the breakout. So if another candle can close below this line, I'm so much confident that this liquidity will be taken. Okay, brother, nice question. SMT, SMC, and ICT. Do you know what is the difference between SMC and ICT? Because I will reply you, brother, but do you know that or not? Okay, I just need your yes or no. Then I will explain. You will ask yourself the information you knew, was that right or wrong? So my question is, do you know what is the difference between ICT and SMC? No, it's not the time. Okay, as you have given me the reply, thank you, brother, for confirming. I'm just going to give you the reply just after saying this. Okay. Fake breakout, confirmation of the breakout. That means the last fair value cap is broken. There is 0% possibility this market will go higher again without clearing this obvious liquidity. Like nearly 0% possibility. Without clearing this low, it will go higher because the last fair value cap is broken. Now, let me reply to my brother, Vikash. ICT. This is the abbreviation of ICT. SMC. I know you already know that, but I'm just going to write it down one more time. Okay. This is the abbreviation of ICT and SMC. Now, ICT is the name of Michael J. Huddleston. This is the guy who is known overall, who is known as an ICT. Okay, Michael J. Huddleston. He is known as ICT or Inner Circle Trader. So if you see his Twitter, his YouTube, everywhere he used the name the Inner Circle Trader. This is the name. There is no concept of ICT concept. It is not ICT concept. It is the name of the guy who has introduced this concept, this SMT or smart money concept. This concept has been introduced by the inner circle trader. So it's not the ICT concepts. There is nothing called ICT, SMT, ICT, market structure shift, ICT, blah, blah, blah. There is nothing called like that. It's SMC, SMC or smart money concepts. So whatever we are doing here, this is a smart money concept. Who introduced this smart money concepts? ICT, the inner circle trader. This guy has introduced this SMC or smart money concepts. Is that clear, brother? Now we sometimes we say that like, oh, okay, the guy has introduced it. No man, please don't do that. He's my mentor. Okay, if you say that my mentor can't trade, I'm no one. Okay, I don't have any existence then. So I've taken the partial around 20 handle. The partial has been cleared. I would love to see if it can fall, keep falling or not. But remember, it has already traded the 15-minute bullish fair value gap. My target is the 50% of that 15-minute bullish fair value gap. So if it can reach until the 50%, I'll be happy to get my boom. Otherwise, if it really would love to reverse from here, that is different matter and we'll talk about that later. After I get my boom, I don't care. Okay, you are in this trade. I just for knowing, brother, why are you in this trade? So for this market is respecting from the premium week 50%. You can see this is the premium week. This is the 50% of that premium week. So it is respecting from the premium week 50%, as well as it came to this 50-minute bullish fair value gap. Okay, so it has an possibility to reverse, but I would love to see it will reach at least until the 50% of the entry fair value gap, because I have the last fair value gap here. Even if it failed to come to this last fair value gap, it will go until the 50% of this bullish fair value gap. That is why my target is over here. Those people who are struggling to hold the trade, this is for them. Take your partial, put your stop loss to the break even, let the market do whatever it wants to do. Don't close the trade. You took the partial, congratulations. Now hold the trade by putting the stop loss to the break even or trailing it as you want, whatever you want. But make sure that you have taken the partial in a very certain level where you should take the partial. I know that, but I want to know which structure do you use? Break of structure, SPOC, ITM, or internal liquidity, internal ITH, is short term high, intermediate term high, short term low, like that. So, because the question you are asking me, it's a very basic question, okay, brother? I mean, I don't mark the short term high, I don't mark the intermediate term high or low. Yeah, I mark them, but I don't call them because that is very basic. That the thing you are referring for kind of CHOCH, which is change of its character, change of character. Okay, change of character. BOS, break of structure, market structure shift, which is MSS. All of them are rebranding. Okay, ICT has introduced market structure shift. Then the demand and supply trader, supply and demand trader, they renamed it by BOS, and the CHOCH, change of character. So it's kind of same thing, just they renamed it by themselves. And the ITH, or intermediate term high, short term low, intermediate term low, they are very basic. I mean, how can I explain this? They are very basic. Okay, when you will learn the ICT concepts, you will have to remember them by those type of name, and later when after 1 or 2 years you will suddenly notice that you are not seeing them depending on ITH, STL, or depending on that. Okay, you are just, how can I explain this, man? That is just basic. Okay, brother. So every ICT trader have to know what is short term low, short term high, or this type of things, break of structure. They have to know that. No, I bought from New Day Opening Gap, Market Structure Shift, and Order Block. Wow, awesome boom. That's a awesome boom for you, Mickey. You should watch this. Yeah, I will watch it, brother. I have just asked you that is this a good movie or not? Okay, is this a good movie or not? So after this live, I will watch this movie, bro. I'm a movie lover. So if I wasn't here, I would actually watch the movie. I came here just to explain this minus 1.5 standard deviation. How you can use this minus 1.5 standard deviation with so much confidence. Just because of that, I'm here. Otherwise, I wouldn't come around this PM session. I had no plan to come to this PM session. I'm out because I trail my stop. Hey Khalid, did you get your partial? Here, there is nothing that I can trail the stop loss, man. There is no one, I believe there is no one who trail the stop loss tighter than me. Okay, there is no one, at least not here in inside the viewers. So I didn't trail the stop loss. That means still there is no opportunity to trail the stop loss. I'm not trying to dominate you, Khalid. I'm just saying that I trail my stop loss too fast rather than anyone else. Too tight, too fast. Still, I didn't move it. That means I don't have the opportunity to move the stop loss. I've never seen it, bro, but I will watch later. Oh, okay, 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 Stux. I'll see it today, tonight actually. Look crazy movie. Okay, man. So I will watch it today, inshallah. Stop struggling for teaching him about how we stop calling ITS STL. We will stop too. Okay, man. ITS STL STS is very good confirmation for bias. Yeah, brother. I hope that you got my point. They're very basic. I mean, if you are trading ICT concepts for 1 year, after 1 year, you will never notice that what is ITH, what is STL, because it will be in your mind. Now it's time to see did it clear this low or not. If it cleared this low, I have to move the stop loss. Okay, it didn't clear, so I can't move my stop loss yet. It has built the clean lows. Never ever market leave the clean lows or clean highs. So I have now an opportunity. If this low is taken, I have to move my stop loss. Are you doing PM session? I'm doing PM session, brother. So okay, the important is the green color. Yes, man, absolutely true, Khalid. If you're green, congratulations, brother. Out to STH here. I can see the STH, man. Okay, don't do that. Uh, Perfect. I'm afraid because it can go for that liquidity, it can come back again to this breaker block, then it can fall for this sell or clean loss. So I don't need to hold this trade anymore. So it's better to get a stop out. How you get your bias based on liquidity only? Hey Vikas, please watch the first part of today's morning session live or yesterday's morning session live. Okay, first part of the live. Every day I do the bias things. Okay. For example, yesterday this was yesterday's price action. I was bullish. Yesterday I was extremely bullish. So when this market fall, I took the buy. Today also I was bullish. I was waiting for the opportunity. I was a bit greedy here, didn't clear the partial around 20 handle, so got stopped out. Finally, when the market came here, I have framed the sell actually because it was more obvious to look for the sell. But everything I do here, it depends on liquidity. Everything I do, it depends on the liquidity. This is called inducement. That means market is showing that I am bullish and I'm not believing these things. Yeah, this is the inducement. The same thing you have seen around this area. That is the same thing. Okay. And as I told, there is no logic to hold the trade because it can simply come back again until the breaker block. I don't think so. This is logical to me to hold the trade. Instead, better to look for the another opportunity. People are seeing buy here, and I'm seeing this is inducement. Market has cleared the liquidity, now it will fall. I'm seeing that. It's become subconscious knowledge. You have to do studying on your own, hours of studying, just saying it is awesome, but taking what he says and then study and fully understand, so it becomes knowledge. Yes, something like that. Big John Viking, thank you brother. My English is not good, so I was not able to explain it like the way you have explained. It's something, it will be your knowledge. If you keep studying the ICT concepts, it will be your knowledge and you will never notice them. As I told, it can simply clear that liquidity, come back again to this breaker block. I don't see any logic to hold that trade. Instead of that, I would prefer to take re-entry. So I will get stopped out here and then I'll try to find another opportunity, entry opportunity. It's Friday, brother. Where is my song? By the way, guys, it is respecting the lower quadrant. You can see the lower quadrant of that premium week where I was expecting at least it will come to this lower quadrant. It came to this lower quadrant, and now from that lower quadrant it is respecting. So my intention to see now, can it break this fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, or it is going to respect this bearish fair value gap and going to fall again. That is my intention to see now. Okay, this bearish fair value gap from 15-minute chart, can it be respected? If it is being respected, another selling opportunity. If it is violated, that means the PM session is done for trading. We are not interested to trade the PM session anymore. On inversion fair value gap you marked. He has been clean lows. I have already marked it, I believe. 95.50. Okay, 706. 706. Where is it? 706. That clean low, it's the liquidity clear. No, it's not the clean lows. It has cleared the liquidity, brother, here. Yeah, there's no clean lows. If this gap is broken, that means I'm down for this PM session. Always best. Always best. If I say that this week is not hard, then it is always the best week. Like last August last week is also difficult. I have told that beforehand that it's gonna be a disaster week for me. This week I told that the first or the second day of the week can be a bit difficult to trade, but after that it will be so beautiful. After that it will be so beautiful. See, where did it came until the 50% of this breaker block? I was afraid of that. That liquidity can be taken, then it can reach until this breaker block, any of this level. I don't see any logic to hold that trade anymore. That's why I moved my stop loss below here. This is called breaker block water block. Not yet, but this is going to be the breaker block water block. So if you are my YouTube member, you already know that how to use that breaker block water block. Hey Jinshit, how are you, man? Do you know any Indian trader? I don't know. I don't know any Indian trader, unfortunately. Just mark this breaker block water block and see the magic. Is Dow and NQ move same? Dow, NQ, ES, all of them move same. When they don't move correlatedly, that is the market you should avoid. Jinshit PTS Indian. Yeah, I know the Indian trader. I mean, I thought he asked me anyone who is doing YouTube or something like that. I thought like that. But we have a lot of Indian trader over here. A lot of Indian trader. was a nice week. I wish everyone to have great weekend too. See you on Monday, same time. See you, Mickey. See you around the morning session, brother. Can you please show us yes for a second? Yes, of course I can do that. The yes, brother. What is your question? Paris, Las Vegas. Paris, Las Vegas. You have all of them. That's cool, man. We have SMT. Yes, sir. I can see that now we have the SMT as well. That is very, I mean, that is good. That is the best. Brother, what is your inquiry about the SMT? Okay, just let me know. We have the SMT as well. That is awesome. You can say that what is the fake SMT here? No, around the all-time high, there is nothing called fake SMT because both of them are around the all-time high. So you don't need to worry about the fake SMT. And to be honest, if I would love to trade here, I have to only trade through that order block. But I'm not interested to push the button from the order block again, as I have already used that breaker block. So not going to take the entry from the order block again. Okay, would love to let this go. If there is 22 IT model, I'll take that on. Draw the draw the draw the blocks. What type of block, brother? I want you to short here. It's up to you, man. Uh, I don't know what do you want to say. I mean, you want to trade through ES. If you want to trade the ES, I don't trade the ES. I only trade NQ. So in NQ, I'm looking for sell. I'm not interested to look for buy. If I would love to take the entry here, I can only take the entry from this order block. See this order block? It is called breaker block, order block. I'm not just going deep into this or breaker block, order block. Oh, what to say? I mean, nothing to say about that. Okay, so from this breaker block, order block, if it can fall, as I'm here, I'll only look for the 22 YT model. So if it can make the 22 YT model, sell model, I'll take that sell. Some of you can see this is the 22 buy model, the market structure shift, fair value gap, trade that fair value gap. Now market will start to go higher. Of course, you can try that on. I'm just interested to look for the sell. Nice reaction from the breaker and inversion fair value gap. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. I think which one you are talking about? This breaker or that breaker? Which one? Suzivan. I say thanks. You're most welcome, brother. I'm a bit confused in the morning session when the market creates sell side liquidity and you target them. That liquidity doesn't usually get revisited like equal highs liquidity, right? That kind of move is usually for later, but you also say we should never target extreme highs or lows directly. So my confusion is when do we target the liquidity that the market creates? For example, you have the extreme high here, okay? That is the extreme high. So you have the extreme buy side liquidity here. And I'm trying to take the buy around this area. From here to here, it's a very small range. I will have no other opportunity without targeting this extreme high. I can't just target some kind of a small target. I can't do that. I have to target the extreme high. For example, I have the opportunity to take the buy here around this area. I will never look for that extreme high as my liquidity. Same here. Remember when I was talking about the sell around this area? The selling, oh, sorry, not here, here. Sell around this area. We had another sell side liquidity here somewhere. I think it was okay. No, this was the only liquidity. By the way, this was the only liquidity, so we didn't have another opportunity to close the trade outside of this area. Extreme liquidity you are not going to target when you have the range. You have the range from here to here. This is the range. There to there. It's a kind of 100 handle range. So you should not target that extreme liquidity. Instead, you have to target a smaller liquidity, not that one. Jahid, if you explain a bit more, I will be able to reply exactly your queries. Okay, I'm a bit confused about your queries. What is your query? Yeah, I have already talked about that buy. Actually, let me remove all of these things. People will come and they will say the what trading, but they don't know that my stop loss is very small. From the 11:30, that was the perfect 22 YT model. But as I told, it is inside the lunch hour. I was not able to take this trade. It was one of the best 22 YT model ever. As you can see, it is a valid market structure shift. Okay, somebody can think that it's not valid. Of course, it is valid, but unfortunately, we didn't have the fair value gap over there. No fair value gap over there. So I can simply mark this high, which is more prominent to me, good looking to me, easy to mark to me. I will mark this as my market structure shift there to that specific leg. Look at this specific leg. There is just two fair value gap. One is here, one is there. There is no other fair value gap over here. Now you don't need to worry about this area because you know the premium and discount, right? This market is in discount here. It's in deep discount. While the market go from the discount area, it should work with the premium area. So this is the premium area. It can trade until this breakaway gap. There is nothing wrong because both of these gap are around the premium area. So it can do actually until here, but it should not come to the discount area anymore after shifting the market structure. So that was the market structure shift, fair value gap. Tap to this fair value gap and look at the run. I talked about this at the beginning of this stream actually. I think Mickey, you have missed that. I do trade live every day. I would like to join your channel. Mr. Kevin, thank you, brother, for saying that. Yeah, I try to trade every day. If you go to the playlist and inside the playlist live, you'll see that almost every day. But I'm not regular around the PM session. Just for a few days, I came here because last yesterday's PM session was disaster. Okay, I did some greedy things. I trailed my list of loss too fast, so the PM session was too bad. That is why I came to this today's PM session just to make some money. I'm not that much regular around the PM session, but I'm regular around the AM session. 11:29 candle is a breaker block. 11:29 candle is a breaker. This one, uh, can be. No compliment for that. I don't think so, Archana. I can see where over there. I can see only the order block entry. I can see only the order block. So if you are talking here around this area, I can only see the order block entry. And this is one of the best order block. I have talked about this lot of time. If we come here, then you'll get that more beautifully. This is the new day opening gap. This is the lowest down close body close candle. Now this candle, I don't see it as an order block. To be honest, I don't see this as an order block. This down close body close candle, which is more prominent, more beautiful to mark. This is my order block, and this is one of the best order block ever. If you ask me to take entry here when this candle has closed above this order block, then it tapped here to this order block. I would love to take the buy from this order block. My stop loss has to be below this order block, to tick below this order block. Okay, not exactly to the below this order block, to tick below that order block, and I will target this last fair value gap over here. That should be, if I would love to trade, then I will take the partial here around 20 handle. Where is the 20 handle? I'll take the partial around 20 handle. I will close my trade to this last fair value gap, which is the breakaway gap to that specific leg. It is the last fair value gap. Later, it came back as a last fair value gap. This gap doesn't have any value. You know that this gap doesn't have any value. So I would close my trade over here from the order block to take the entry from the order block, closing here to this last fair value gap. Around the lunch hour, I don't trade, so I didn't do anything over here. Just nothing I did over there. I waited for the PM session. Wow, it came until here. Perfectly, it has been respected from the 50-minute bullish fair value gap as well as the 50% of that premium week here. This premium week, and now came back again one more time. to this line, which is minus 1.5 standard deviation. From 230, you will start to look for from 230. Okay, don't forget that. From 230, you will start to look for your TGIF line. So whatever high it will create, you will mark the TGIF. Then you will target the TGIF line from 230 or around 230. Until 230, no need to worry about the TGIF line. So if it come until here, for example, it came until this high, you'll mark the high and the low of the weekly candle, 20%, 30%. That's gonna be your TGIF line, and you'll expect that by the last hour, this market will come to the TGIF line. Okay, this is the weekly TGIF, weekly manipulations, weekly reset actually. This is the way. Open, so it market opened here, fall here, came until there, come here, close there. There is another way to do that. You have to go to your daily chart. Then you have to mark the daily Thursday high and Monday low. Okay, so until the Monday, where is the Monday? There is the Monday. This is the lowest low. This is the lowest low. This is the highest high in the weekly range. So you have to mark that weekly range, and you have to believe that wherever this market will go higher, it will come back again inside this range, weekly range. More importantly, until the TGIF line. So whatever high it is going to create, then the TGIF line, it will come to the TGIF line. But these two things is important after 230 or around 230. Until 230, you don't need to worry about them. But this gap is broken, so it's actually low probability to make. Why did this market came back again to this minus 1.5 standard deviation? Remember, if this daily candle closed above this area, so you will go to your daily chart. If you see the daily candle closed above this line, my next high, what is that? Is this line. So if the daily candle closed above minus 1.5 standard deviation, I will keep looking for buy for this minus 2.5 standard deviation. Until the body doesn't close above this line, I will keep looking for short. Keep looking for short. This is a very strong line to predict the all-time high. Even the ICT told don't predict the all-time high. I would love to predict the all-time high by the standard deviation. Just look at the reaction from this random level. How beautifully reacting from this random level, right? Going to remove this breaker block. There is the liquidity run. Let's see if NQ want to reverse and take equal loss. It will take that relatively equal loss. It can't leave this open. I have never seen in my life, for my 7 years experience, that market left the clean lows. I have never seen that. It can happen, but one time out of millions of time, millions, billions of time, it can happen. Otherwise, it never leave the liquidity or the clean lows. Hey Phoenix, how are you, man? Glad you made it to the PM session. T2 AM session is too early for me. Okay, Phoenix. I'm also going to close the session actually because it's a low global area for me now. I really don't want to see anything from this market anymore. ICT is premium weak, lower quadrant, tap to this lower quadrant, reacted from the 50% of that premium week, market went higher. That was awesome. That was really awesome. Let me see how beautifully it has been worked in 1 minute chart. So market came here, came to the upper level or the high of the candle, respected the high, break the high, tapped the high, came to the 50% respect from the upper quadrant, fall again, come to the lower quadrant, went through this whole area, come back again, then went higher. Wow, awesome. This is a valid swing low, which is valid for shifting market structure. So if there is a displacement and market structure shift, another selling opportunity from there, because I have the sell side liquidity here. So all I need the displacement and the market structure shift. Didn't shift the market yet. It's not still valid 22 IT model. Is there a way I can chat with you offline? Brother, you can join us through our Discord. Uh, Let me see if I can share the link. Market structure shift. Okay, there is a fair value gap. That is a selling opportunity from the fair value gap. I'm not sure that the stream will hang or not. If it doesn't hang, then I'll be able to share the Discord link. It has cleared the buy side liquidity, gave me the market structure shift, which is one of the best market structure shift. I have the SMT, if I believe so. Let me check. Yeah, I have the SMT here. I have the SMT here as well. Here as well. Okay, so I have both SMT. This is one of the best 22 YT model. It's absolutely free. Okay, you don't need to worry about paying anything to me. Yeah, that is the link. Actually. This is the fair value gap. That should be the entry from this fair value gap. If it is an immediate reaction, stop loss has to be above the liquidity taken candle. So here this candle has cleared the liquidity, so stop loss has to be here. I'm not pushing the button. Okay, I just took the entry from the PM session, so not taking the entry. This is one of the best 22 IT model ever. You have to take the partial below this area or here. Okay, just around 15 handle, something like that, because it is not highly volatile, it is low volatility. You have to take the partial to this last fair value gap, this last fair value gap. That is the partial level. After taking the partial, you should take the trade or hold the trade until here. This is one of the best 22 IT model. Everything is perfect until now, and I believe it will work. If it doesn't work, what you are going to lose? 9 handle, 2 tick. That is all you are going to lose. But when it is so beautiful 22 IT model, what is that? It is stopping you to take that entry. What is that is stopping you to take this entry? Your stop loss is very reasonable. 9 handle, or maybe you just make it 10 handle. Okay, just make it 10 handle. 10 handle stop loss. Nice fair value gap. Nice market structure shift. Nice reaction from the fair value gap. What is that? It is holding you. You have very clean sell side liquidity here. See this clean sell side liquidity. You have everything over there. If it doesn't work, that is your problem, right? If it doesn't work, if it doesn't fall, instead it go higher, what you are going to lose? Just 10 handle, man. Why you are so afraid of that, losing that 10 handle? Sniper line is at 24,826, 24,826, 24,826. Let me mark the sniper line, brother. 24,826. Okay, that is the sniper line. Yeah, my stop loss is safe. Safe, okay? Still my stop loss is safe. Even if it would love to go to the sniper line, my stop loss is safe. 8 on 5 to 8 on 6 bounce. 8 on 5 to 8 on 6. 8 on 5 to 8 on 6. What do I have over there? Mark them. You are expecting some kind of bounce from there. Can you please explain what do I have here, brother? I don't see anything around this line, okay? That's why I'm asking Phoenix. I didn't take this trade just because I took the trade from the breaker block. Just because of that, I didn't take this one. But there can't be nothing more beautiful than this 22 IT model. This is one of the best 22 IT model. Maybe it will not work, okay? Maybe it is not going to work. What you are going to lose? 10 handle, man. You used to take 20 handle, 50 handle, 30 handle stop loss. Here, it is just 10 handle. Got it? 1 second. Here, man. I'm waiting. I don't know what do I have over there, but I can see that so far it is respecting that level. As you have more experience than me, I really would love to ask you what do I have over there. I have 3 to 4 reasons to expect a bounce here back up to 24,822. Okay, 822. Okay, my stop loss is still safe. I mean, even if it reach until 22, I my stop loss is safe. 3 photo reason. Okay, 20 EMA is here on 3 minute chart. Okay, so from the 3 minute chart, it can be respected from here. Okay, so from the 3 minute chart, maybe this is gonna be a week. Okay, brother. Unfortunately, you know that I don't trade through the EMA, so I really don't know. But of course, it can be respected from 3 minute chart as well. Can possible, brother. It already has failed. Oh, okay. If it is failed, then I think I am safe. You told that 3 minute chart, so I thought from the 3 minute chart, it can be a week. Instead of the candle from the 3 minute chart, it can be a week. I expect a bounce, but support are failed. Okay, sometimes shit happens. By the way, these lines are very strong. Okay, this is the upper quadrant from the premium week. This is the 50%. So far it is respecting from there upper quadrant level. I don't want to see it will reverse from there, but it can do that. Okay, I would love to see the next candle will fall dramatically. This is the upper quadrant of the premium week. Those people are here. This is that week I have marked. So this is the upper quadrant, 50%, lower quadrant. This is the top of the hour candle. I want to see some kind of volatility here. Need some volatility here. It will push a bit higher, then it will fall. That is the best case of scenario. So market open, manipulation, then fall. That is the best case of scenario. So I'm talking about this 15-minute candle. On my right hand side, this is the 15-minute candle. Market just opened, started to fall. I don't like it. Open, manipulation, then fall. That is the best case of scenario. No way to move the stop loss. Yet I don't have any opportunity to move the stop loss. I have to move the stop loss while this market will trade this last parabologram. Then I can trail my stop loss. According to me, 815 is previous day high. 815. Okay, 815 is the previous day high. Yes, sir. This is the previous day high as well. 817.50. That is the previous day high as well. I think so. I mean, not exactly, yeah, 8 on 5. So today, this high has cleared the previous day high. That is also the previous day high as well. Yeah, you're true. You're right, brother. At 9:51 a.m., we had a large wick which stopped at 8:06. That is another reason I was looking for support there. Unfortunately, it has been broken. My 22 YT model is much more stronger than the. I'm just kidding, by the way, than the EMA. We can see that, Phoenix. Just kidding, by the way, brother. I'm just kidding. Is there anyone who is in this trade? Because if you are not, then I would love to close the stream. Uh, I really don't want to hold this stream anymore. Would love to watch that movie. I just came to show you a winning trade. I hope that I have got that winning from the breaker block, and I have framed the trade from the 22 YT model, which is the best 22 YT model in my opinion, which is over here. And as I told, you have to take the partial while it will tap to this 15 last parabolic from 1 minute chart, just because this is low volatile area. Okay, so it can be maybe 15 handle, something like that, and then you can hold your trade until the clean lows over here, which is 25 handle. You can do that. Don't No need to worry about this because 15-minute candle open and fall. There was no manipulation. So this market went higher bit to make the manipulation. I believe so. I'm in the trade. I'm holding T2. What is the blue line again? This blue line is the minus 1.5 standard deviation. This is the minus 1.5 standard deviation. So you see that bull run. Why this bull run happened? Because 15-minute chart. Look at this 15-minute candle. This 15-minute candle opened, fall. There was no manipulation. Later, this candle went higher, did the manipulation. Now it can simply fall. If it doesn't fall, it can come back again to this parabolic gap. Why is that? There is no order block yet. Market has built the market structure. Everything is over here. There is no order block. So it can come back again to trade this parabolic gap to make the order block. Then it can fall. It doesn't need to do that, but it can do that. Okay? If it doesn't work, if it doesn't fall, and hit your stop loss, you are going to take 10 handle loss. So please focus on your loss, how much you are going to take the loss. You are not ready to take that 10 handle loss, then why you didn't close the trade while it has given you the 12 handle? Why you didn't close it? Because you are not interested to close the trade with very small profit, but you are afraid of very small stop loss. You have to be sure that you are not afraid to take the loss until it is understandable. Okay, you are happy to get that loss, like 10 handle, very small, right? It would be the best if it can make a bullish candle by trading this fair value gap, then closed below that bullish candle. That would be the best. So far, we are saying that the premium fair value gap upper quadrant is holding the market. I believe that this is the reaction. Send it to this fair value gap to trade to make the fair order block. Then it will break again because it left that clean lows over here. I don't like to see this clean lows over there. I screen recorded one of your old live streams, and that's exactly where my question comes from. Now I'm trying to send that video, but I can't share it in the room on Discord, and I can't send it to. Now this is a big problem. I think we'll figure that out, Jahid. There is no opportunity to move the stop loss, to trail the stop loss yet. Okay, you have to understand that it's not the right time to trail the stop loss. Just accept it. Just accept it that if I take a loss, it is just going to be 10 handle. Accept it, then you will enjoy the price action. I promise you, brother. You will be able to enjoy the price action. because you know that your loss is gonna be just 10 handle. Now, if you did like 5 mini contract over there, it's your wrong because you are already over leveraged. So never do that. Never over leveraged. Now enjoy the price. You will feel no high pressure. Okay, no blood pressure, no heart pump, nothing. You guys are here, so I will wait until this trade to work and then we'll close the stream. Okay. I want to see a bull candle over there so that I can mark my order block, which was an unfinished business. I got the market structure sheet, I got everything. There was no order block. So I need the order block. It's not a good candle to mark as an order block, so I'll let this go. If the body closed below this candle now and then worked it as an order block, I don't care. I will not mark this one as an order block because it doesn't look good to me. I need a very beautiful candle, like this type of candle, like this type of candle, like this type of candle to mark my order block. Not this type of candle where the body is small, wick is longer. Even if it works, I don't care. I'm not interested to mark them as my order block. Hey Jinshi, thanks for that penguin brother. It handles, it's a lot of money. Yeah, man. It's true, it's a lot of money. Then you should take the partial around 10 handle as well, like 1 is to 1. It was a 12 handle run. Around the morning session, brother, before 9 a.m. So around 8:58, 8:35, sorry, 8:45, around that area, New York local time. Around the morning session. I'm active around the morning session. Sometimes I come to the PM session, but I'm not an active PM session trader. I'm active almost every day around the morning session. We have the main room to share the idea, brother, inside the Discord. This is the main room where we are sharing our all setups or everything. You can see over here. I mean, people are sharing their idea, sharing their understanding. Everything is from today, okay? Today, this was from yesterday actually. So here, this is every day, okay? We are sharing the things over here. Yes, I will talk to Baragan. When Baragan will be free, then I will come to Discord live to let him to talk about the sniper line. I'm not going to speak about the sniper line. Baragan will talk about the sniper line. I'll try to make it YouTube live as well so that if any of you miss it, maybe later you'll be able to see it. So this is gonna be my order block. If the body close below this candle, this is going to be my perfect order block. If the body close below this line, then this is going to be my perfect order block. Exactly, 10 handle profit. It's good, bro. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I want to take the partial at least 15 to 25 handle. That is my idea. So I prefer to take the partial around 15 handle here because it is low volatile. Okay, this market is a bit low volatility. So it's better to take the partial to this last parallel gap, which is 15 handle. So I prefer that one, brother. So if I were in this trade, I would take the partial around here. I'm not in this trade. I didn't take this trade. So I'm just talking it because it was the beautiful setup. Okay. Actually, I was in this trade, but not here. Okay, it's an order block. In my opinion, not perfect order block because it left the clean highs over there. So it's not a perfect order block, but according to the rules, this is the order block because this is the highest up close body close candle which has traded this fair value gap to our perfect 22 YT model. So it should hold the market. It is, I'm not saying the best order block just because it left the clean highs over there. See here, clean highs over there. Just because of that, I'm not saying this is the perfect order block. If this market can break this fair value gap, you don't need to worry about that clean highs over there. If it can break this fair value gap, this fair value gap is broken, you don't need to worry about that clean highs. Not for now, okay? It's for later use. If the relatively equal highs was not over there, I would put trail my stop loss above this candle already. But as if the clean highs are still over there, I don't want to move my stop loss yet. So need more confirmation to see if this is broken or not. Then maybe we'll try. I repeat, it's not the perfect order block. Maybe it will be respected. I don't know, but it's not the perfect order block. Phoenix, are you still here, brother? Okay. So what do you think, brother? Is there anything that can stop the market and send it higher according to your analysis, brother? Or it should fall? What do you think? Hey, Singh, how are you, brother? I'm holding sell. That's cool, man. I'm thinking send it higher, to be honest. Winston, look, let's see, brother. Higher means it doesn't mean it will take that high. Higher means it can come until this fair value gap. It has no problem. It can, of course, trade the fair value gap a bit above the fair value gap until this sniper line. Nothing is wrong until here, but not above that high, okay? Because it left that clean highs over there. So it can do that. We'll see that if this mean threshold is broken or not, or this gap is broken or not, depending on all of these things, we'll see that. But higher doesn't mean that it will come until above that high. Holding the trade either target profit or stop loss. Yeah, it's just 10 handle. Let it go, man. Give me a time frame. Next 5 minute, next 15 minute, 1 hour. Give me a time frame. It's 1 minute chart, brother. Okay, so it has cleared that clean highs. Let's see if it can fall now. Or does it want to trade that sniper line? It can, of course, come until the sniper line as well. But liquidity has been cleared, so I will move this order block now and will mark the best order block, in my opinion. so far, if the body can close below this low, it is gonna be the best order block, the best order block, because it has cleared the clean highs over there, and as well as traded that fair value gap, the highest up close body close candle. So if the next time it will close below this fair value, below this candle, this will hold the market, I believe so. Nothing to worry about the run higher again. I think next 5 minutes higher, 1 minute pop. Oh, okay. Next 5 minutes. That means I have to wait until 220. Let's see. This is the 5 minute candle opened, went higher, manipulation is done, it should fall now dramatically. This is now the best order block ever. There can't be more beautiful than this order block. Okay, this is the one of the best order block ever. And now I would love to put my stop loss over here. I'm doing it. Please don't trail your stop loss with me. Please don't do that. I don't want to hold this trade anymore. I would love to put it over here now. Okay, above. See this candle, just above that candle, a bit higher of this candle, because every job is done over there. Now it should keep falling with speed. It should keep falling now. If it doesn't do that, this is absolutely shit to hold this trade. I want to see it will be broken dramatically. Okay, like this type of strong candle that will break this gap now. Just it has to break this gap. Okay. But brother, it didn't trade that order block. That is an unfinished business. After coming to this last parallel gap, it can reverse again to trade this order block. It can do that. Now this gap is broken. You can see the body has closed below this gap. If the next body doesn't close above this gap, it is already broken. So there is nothing that can stop the market to come to this parallel gap. The same way you have seen here, remember, around this area, the same thing around this area. All I need another body close below this gap, because it can be the fake breakout. I have no idea how to mark the fake breakout. So if it is the fake breakout, it can come until the order block again to trade, then fall. Nothing is wrong. I request, please don't trail your stop loss. Please don't trail your stop loss. It's my request, only request. Please don't trail your stop loss. The way I manage my trade, it's my way to trade. You don't need to copy me. Okay, one body closed, two body closed. So far, I'm confirmed that the gap is broken, so it should keep falling now. First, this sell side liquidity. This is the sell side liquidity to relatively equal lows, and then the last parallel gap, resting place, which is going to be our partial. This is the sell side liquidity. It should be cleared now, and then to this last fair value gap. After reaching to this last fair value gap, it can go back again to trade this order block, which is the unfinished business. I can't promise that it won't reverse, but it can do that. Okay. See the speed. I love this speed. Made everything done. Everything is done. I love that speed. What it has made, another clean lows. What did you see? It doesn't want to leave the clean highs, so it should not leave the clean lows. It should not leave the clean lows here. It should not leave them. Can I go higher? Of course it can go higher, because there is some unfinished business. Order block didn't trade yet. I know this market is a bit messy over here. It's not supporting the market one after another. It takes too long to finish the business, but still, you should not worry if you see some kind of bull run over here. There is consecutive order block. I believe it will trade the highest order block, but if it actually trade the consecutive order block and then fall, that is also acceptable. So this two is the consecutive order block. You can see it tapped to this low of that consecutive order block. Now it will fall. It is also acceptable. best is to trade this order block. That is the best case of scenario. I talk too much, right? Sorry, guys. Okay, now the order block has been traded. Now it should fall. Every job is done over there. If it doesn't fall now, it will never fall. At the same time as it has traded the open of this order block, I would love to mark the open. I do it as a hindsight. It should fall now dramatically. Is the main threshold of that order block. I don't want to see anybody close above this line. One body can close, the next body has to close below the main threshold of that order block. This is one of the best order block ever. It should be respected. If it doesn't fall now, it will never fall. Question for anyone to answer. Would you rather take a long or short trade in the wick of the candle or the body of the candle, high or low? Yeah, I think it's the question for everyone, not for me. So I'm not going to reply this question. If it doesn't fall now, it will never fall. Whatever fair value gap it will make here, I would love to see that will be unfilled. So whatever fair value gap it will make over there, that has to be unfilled. And so far, I can see this upper quadrant is holding the market so dramatically. This gap doesn't have any value anymore, so I will keep it until here, okay? As it doesn't have any value to me, I'll keep it over there. I'll mark the next gap, which should be unfilled. So if this is the gap, I'm not sure if this will be the gap or not. If this is the gap, it should be unfilled by the third candle. So after this candle, the next candle, if it failed to close this gap 100%, it should be unfilled. That means I'm happy to put my stop loss to the break even. Remember, after this candle, so this candle will make the gap, the next candle will unfill this gap. That means it is not going to fill this gap 100%. And this is why I love to trail the stop loss. You see, the price will work with the action. My stop loss is always safe. If it doesn't work with the action, I will get stopped out. I don't see any logic to hold that trade where the price action is not working. That is my logic. Okay? So if this candle failed to close this gap 100%, my stop loss is safe, absolutely safe to the break even or above the candle which has made this unfilled gap. If this candle failed to close this gap 100%. Clean lows has been taken. I want to see this low will be taken and it will come to this last parallel gap. That is the first partial. That should be the first partial. If any of you are in this trade, make sure that you have taken the partial. I know it's just 15 handle, brother, but remember your stop loss was just, how much was your stop loss? 10 handle. Why you are afraid to take 15 handle partial? I want to see it will clear this sell side liquidity now and then it will tap to this last parallel gap. Here. See this best order block. What did I say? This is the best order block, not that one because it left that clean highs. But when this is the best order block, look how beautifully it has been respected. Low of the order block and the mean threshold of the order block. I don't see any logic to hold the stop loss over here anymore. So my stop loss will be one tick above this candle. Okay, just one tick above that candle. As this market came very near to my partial level, if it doesn't provide me the partial and stop me out, I don't want to take any more risk over here. I'm not asking you guys to do that. You can keep your stop loss still here. Okay, that should be your partial. If you didn't take the partial over here, man, you are gambling. That should be your partial, and that's your boom. No, Lucky Star, I am not in this trade. I took the breaker block entry. That is why I didn't take this best 22 YT model. I clearly told that I took this trade. That is why I'm not in this trade. Just not in this trade. This is the best 22 YT model. No confusion, nothing. This is the best 22 YT model. I explained the price action step by step, step by step, step by step, step by step. Just not in this trade because I took the entry over here. That was the reason. Okay. So market came here, trade that last favorable gap. You have taken the partial. Put your stop loss to the break even now. No need to hold the trade until here now, right? If you get stopped out to the break even, be happy with that, brother. Please, please put your stop loss at least to the break even. Now I'm asking you to do that. I'm asking you, okay? I'm really asking you to do that. Rabi, hi brother. Hey Rapi, RP, how are you, man? Nothing compares to wizard reading. Thank you, man, for that compliment. Yesterday's PM session, market was consolidating, and I was actually exhausted by the guy Hamad. Okay, he killed my patience, everything. So I messed up. That's why I came to this PM session just to give some profit to you guys. Just because of that reason I came here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here in this PM session. If you didn't take the partial here, you are a perfect gambler. I know it's just 15 handle, but you remember your stop loss was 10 handle. So you have nothing to wrong to take the partial around 15 handle and put your stop loss to the break even now. You're right, Tuti must take a partial. Why you said Tuti? My name is T2. Okay, 2T. That means T and T. That's cool. I never trade with you. I really appreciate you, man. I know that you are always awesome. I really appreciate. Hey guys, don't forget to leave a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And RP, I really grateful, brother, to have you here. Some of you I really admire. Okay, I really appreciate, and I really feel good when I see your name to the chat box. 2T. It's not 2T. It's T2. It's T2. If this gap is filled 100%, I will start to look for the breaker block trade. I believe that those people who told that I'm still holding the sell, they got, all of you got the 15 handle partial. Remember, the clean lows is still over here. Okay, you don't need to worry about market will go higher. I believe it will fall because the clean lows market never leave them. So I believe still it will fall, but before falling, it can do a lot of drama over there. I want T2. T2. Hey Phoenix, that's a nice joke, man. Hey Alex, no worries, man. I know, but it was fun. Come on, man. You guys now started to mock my name. See the upper quadrant of that premium week. This is that premium week. This is the upper quadrant. How beautifully it is holding the market. The upper quadrant is holding the market. I'm really afraid of this. I should see that body closed below this upper quadrant level from 15-minute chart. I really would love to see that. It will happen. I believe so. But maybe it will take a bit more time. Now the upper quadrant is working as a resistance. Happy to see that. It's with life, with love. Thank you, man. I love you too. Love you too, man. It is my uncle's name too. Oh, that's cool, man. You can call me uncle then. I'm 34 years old. Can I tell you a truth? If I were in this trade, I would never take the partial over here. I would hold my trade until the 50% of this last parallel gap. And then maybe I would get a stop out. Maybe, okay, I'm not sure yet because it will go higher or not because my stop loss would be just one tick of this candle now, and I would hold my partial until the 50%. I didn't want you to take that risk. That is why I told you to take the partial around here. And as you can see, this is also the 50% of that premium week. That line is the 50% of that premium week. Upper quadrant, body is respecting the upper quadrant. This is the 50% of that week. Tap to this 50%, respecting from there. So I didn't want you to take that risk. That's why I told you to take the partial over here. If I were in this trade and if it go one tick above this black line, I would get stopped out and you would see that, oh, this guy didn't even get the partial. What a bad trader he is. I have nothing to wrong to say the truth. No one can explain and read the chart as good as T2. Okay, that's a huge compliment for me, Archana. But thank you, sister. Thanks for your compliments. Okay, I would get stopped out over here. Okay, you would say that I didn't get my partial and I got stopped out over here. To be honest, it would happen. But this is what it is, and your stop loss has to be to the break even. So if you survive, I am happy for you guys. If you didn't survive, and after taking the partial, maybe you will get stopped out to the break even. This is absolutely acceptable, okay? Because this market can do a lot of things over here. Now it has to start to look for the TGIF. Okay, so whatever the TGIF line is, you can mark that TGIF line. It can start to look for that TGIF. If the TGIF is not done by today, then it will be done by Monday and Tuesday, you know that. But I prefer to finish the TGIF by today because last week the TGIF didn't happen yet. So I really would love to appreciate the market to fall and finish the TGIF. Yes, sir, I'm 34 years old. Last 11th of September, I turned into 34. Okay, I think you will get stopped out to the break even. But don't get afraid, okay, to be stopped out around the break even because you have taken the partial exactly where you should take the partial. You have done that to that area, okay? So I believe that it was not a bad idea to trade this area. It was low volatility, that's why we took the partial around 15 handle. If it was a high volatility, we'd hold my trade until the 20 handle or we would get that run. Over here, all of this trash, this is all the trash, okay? It's not good price action, it's all the trash. I really request you guys stop trading for today. It's Friday, stop trading for today, okay? Right now this market is crazy. It just look like craziness, okay? I really don't know it will come to this sniper line or not. So let me mark it as sniper line. Nine for line. If it works from the sniper line, I will wait for that. Otherwise, I'll close the stream because I'm done. We'll see if it can come to the sniper line and then fall from the sniper line or not. Your job is to look for the logics I explained here. Okay, remember the logics here. If then why this market can come back until this area, you get afraid because you don't want to see this type of bull run, but you have to understand that there was some unfinished business. The order block didn't trade it yet over there, so that was the unfinished business. It can come back again to trade that order block, then it can fall. Okay, so this all area, if you understand, you are good to go. Otherwise, sometimes by seeing this type of candles, you will get afraid. Okay, Blackster, thank you. You're most welcome. You are okay. Thank you, brother. But please don't use those type of word. There's some YouTube regulation. Okay, Blackster, you know, I don't know. Maybe it will hurt our channel. I have already got two strike. Love the way you explain things. Thank you, Lucky Strike. Lucky Star. I'm in 1500 profit. I have to make 200 for my payout. Should I go for it? Please don't do that. I request you, brother, please don't do that. Don't go for $200 now. If you do that, man, there is a high probability you will blow the account. It's just my opinion. It's just my advice. Rest is your choice, brother. But if I were you, I would never go for the trade again. At least this is Friday, man. So please be careful, okay? But rest is your choice, man. Biblical, will it fall from the sniper line? I'm not sure about that, but we'll see that. It should fall, okay, until the liquidity is not taken, which is here. This clean lows is not taken, I'm bearish. And I don't want to see anybody close above this line. So today is also Friday, so I want to see this market will go for the. Sorry, there's a lot of lines. Today's market should close around these lines. It's not confirmed, but it should close any of this line over here. It should come over here. Now that is my only idea to see. It has to come any of these two lines, which is actually you can see very far actually. Yeah, it's too far with the lines. Too far. Even though it doesn't come here, it will go toward that line. Premium week quadrant level according to ICT. Just look at the reaction from the 50% of the premium week upper quadrant, how the body is holding the market. So everything is over there. I would just love to see that if the sniper line has worked. I can anyone tell me what was the sniper line? What was the sniper line? Anyone can tell me that what was the sniper line? I forgot that. How many years are you trading? Near about 7 years now, brother. Long time. I forgot what is the sniper line. Okay, just you guys can look for that sniper line. It is possible that it will trade that sniper line and then it will start to fall. I just wanted to see if it respect. Otherwise, I had the plan to close the stream around 2:30. It's already 2:39. 826. Thank you, brother. 826. I believe the stop loss will be here. That will be the stop loss. According to Baragan, the partial will be 20 handle. This will be the partial. And let's see if the sniper line actually works or not. This is the 22 IT model. So from this model, we have found the sniper line. I'm just watching it, okay? I'm not saying you guys to go for this trade. It's for the. Just now wanted to see that if it really works from the sniper line. think stop loss will be here. This will be the stop loss. According to Baragan, you have to take the partial around 20 handle. So I'll just wait until this 20 handle or to take that high to see if the sniper line has worked or not. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, brother. And thank you, reflect and grow. Thank you, brother, both of you. Guys, please don't forget to leave a like. And if any of you are new, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We are purely learning the price action over here. And I believe that it will help you a lot to understand the market. I'll put it a bit higher, okay, one tick higher. Here's I'm just not sure where I should put my stop loss above that high or above this high. I'm really not sure about that, but I think it has to be above that high, if I'm not wrong. Brother, don't forget to join us this weekend. This weekend we will, okay, it didn't work. The sniper line didn't work. Okay, I'm just not sure I should put my stop loss here or above that high. Okay, I'm just not sure about that. So whatever it is, maybe later Paragon will explain us where should be our stop loss. Otherwise, I'm going to close it. And brother, we actually asked me about the sniper line. Brother, please join this weekend. Paragon will explain the sniper line. He's the one who talked about the sniper line. So he will be better to explain the sniper line. I think it will be easier for you to understand. If you look for the sniper line, today's sniper line, okay, so I can show you the today's sniper line, which worked 100% so beautifully. The first entry was from here, there. That candle actually give us the first entry from the sniper line, which I also took. Stop loss was below here or here, I don't remember. I think it was here. That was the run of the morning session, and we had another opportunity here around this area. Sorry, around here, not here, around here. So that was another opportunity from the sniper line today. Stop loss was here. It was six handle. I remember it was six handle. Yeah, it was six handle, something like that. And our target was there, 71 handle. That was the sniper line. One from here somewhere. One from there, and this one I'm just not sure where should be the stop loss. Paragon will be able to tell us. Either it will be here or maybe it will be above this high. I just don't know exactly where I should put my stop loss. But whatever it is, that was the sniper line, I guess, if I'm not wrong. I will please give us the date and hour so I can be where and ask my question. You know, we'll talk about that. I will notice all of you guys before doing that live. I will announce. I'll put that into the Discord. Okay, for that I will talk about that. Guys, I'm not sure about the sniper line stop loss. It can be from here, it can be above that high. I'm just not sure about that. So maybe later, Baragan will be able to tell us where the stop loss has to be. Okay, and I don't know Sujivan is here or not, because Sujivan, if he was here, he was able to show us the sniper line as well. Okay, so if I'm wrong about putting the stop loss, which I should put it here, then this setup is still working. I think so. If the setup has to put the stop loss has to here, then maybe it will get stopped out. So I really don't know where I should put the stop loss. But this is the sniper line because of the 22 IT model. And yeah, that's all about that. Okay. My goal was 5 accounts, but I will make another one for safe reasons. Absolutely good, man. I made another Eval T2. How many do you have now? I'm not able to be here for the past weeks. No worries, brother. I will try to do it with the YouTube live as well, so that if anyone missed that through our Discord, they will be able to they will be able to watch it later through the YouTube channel. Okay, but I will let you know when I'm uh, going to announce that when we are going to make that live. Okay, so thank you guys for being over here, and yeah, uh, we'll talk to you around the weekend about this sniper line. So everything will be clear to you guys. Already we have made a video. We'll try to make another one. I hope that will help you to so far. Okay. And let me tell you about my trade for today. Some losing trade, some winning trade. I took a buy here, didn't take the partial 20 around 20 handle, didn't do that, was bit greedy, so got stopped out to the break even. Then took another buy here, partial, got stopped out to the break even. Another sell here. I clearly told that my stop loss has to be above this high. I'll just put it over here just to take re-entry. So if it doesn't work here, I'll take the re-entry exactly over there. Unfortunately, it actually stopped me out and it didn't give me the opportunity to take the re-entry around this area. So there was an 11 handle loss. That 11 handle, okay, it's not huge. It's an 11 handle loss. Another break even. So took the same, trailed the stop loss, got the break even. My target was this sell side liquidity over there. There was the sell side liquidity. That was my target. This buy I didn't take because it was inside the launch hour. Then I have taken this trade from the breaker block, which you have seen at the beginning of this stream. And I have framed this trade from the 22 IT model, which is also 20 handle partial. At least 20 handle partial, okay? So that is also a winning trade. I just didn't push the button. I was just fed up. Whatever it is. And this sniper line, I am just not sure where I should put my stop loss. If it is above this high, then I think it is going to work perfectly. If it is above that high, then maybe I will get a stop loss. I just don't know where I should put my stop loss. Long time ago, I talked about this line and I told you that when it will trade this line, start looking for sell. No more buy is valid. This line has given me the power to look for the sell. So everything you are seeing as an hindsight, that has been marked long ago. Okay, so this line was not here randomly. So if I actually go to the daily chart, this was the line that has been marked to my chart long time ago. This one and that one. I told that until this area, I'm bullish. If the body close out this line, then I will look for the bullish run until here. But at least it should give me some kind of reaction from this line. It has to give me that, which you are seeing right now, the reaction from that line. I hope that nobody has any confusion. Yeah, there is a bit weak above that line, but ultimately this is holding the market. How beautifully it is holding the market. By the way, the sniper line is going to hit the target if I'm not mistaken about the target. Where was the target? I think it had. And just not sure about the stop loss. I think Paragon later will be able to confirm where's the stop loss. Okay, thank you. Big candle down. Yes, sir. It's the big candle down at fair value gap on 3 minute chart. Possible bounce here. It can be, but you remember, brother, until this is not taken, this is a bearish market. Just remember that until this is not taken, this is a bearish market. I have never seen in my life clean lows were left without taken market left the clean lows. I have never seen in my life, not even for a single time. But maybe one time it can leave the clean lows or clean highs out of million of times. So just keep that in your mind. It's better to frame the sell instead of framing the buy. It's always better to frame the sell because until this is not taken, this clean loss is not taken. So that is my only opinion. Those people who are already profitable, please don't try to trade anymore. It's done. It's today's Friday, so please don't try to trade anymore. Uh, Respect the Friday. Otherwise, it's up to you, man. So interesting bias. I'm bullish all day. I was bullish all day until this line, and when it came here, I'm bearish. I'm not bullish anymore. When it came to this line, I was bullish, but unfortunately, the bull run happened inside the lunch hour, so I missed all this run. There's no opportunity for me to take this run by here, unfortunately. Thank you guys for being over here, and yeah, see you the weekend. Around the weekend, we'll see you there. Okay. So, anybody has any question? If you know, then just tell me bye or see you or whatever it is. I will close the stream. I always appreciate your view on the markets, T2. I always appreciate your views as well because, brother, you have more experience than me, almost twice as me. Okay, so I really appreciate you, man. The thing you are doing, you are helping. I really respect you, brother. It's a big respect for you. But at the same time, I will share my knowledge. That's all, brother. So if I think that it should fall, depending on my experience, I will tell that this is a bearish market. But you have more experience than me. So you don't need to give me a shit, okay? So it's your job, brother. I'm here to learn. I like learning new things. I also love it. Thank you, Phoenix. And I don't think so anybody has any question. Phoenix, we'll talk around this weekend. And brother, please don't miss that sniper line. I promise you, brother, you will be amazed by this sniper line. Paragon has talked about this sniper line. I'm not the one who talked about this sniper line, okay? Paragon is the one who talked about this sniper line. And this is awesome. Just awesome. Just awesome. Gracias, amigo. X-Loss lives. Thank you, Alberto. I think you told something good to me. Gracias means thank you. Amigo means brother. X-Loss lives, I don't understand, but I hope it's something good. Yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. See you guys. Bye bye.